There is nothing more confusing to a child than what I'm about to talk about now. And some of you might actually have trauma and history centered around this, and you might not have been able to explicitly state what felt so wrong about it. But this concept is really important for us parents to know so we don't do this to our children as well. Simply stated, make sure that the discipline matches the crime. So when I talk about discipline right now, I'm talking about when you are disciplining a child after something has gone wrong. And I think discipline is important, and there are times where it's more important and less important, and depending on the thing. And that's what this video is really about, figuring out how to match the discipline to the crime, so to speak. Here's the biggest mistake I see. A parent will have a stressful day or have things going on outside the interaction that's happening. A child will do something that is annoying, or maybe something that they've been told not to do many, many times. The parent will then take the aggression out that they have on everything else going on in life on the child and the interaction that just happened. Like, you tell your kid to always pick up their clothes. Pick up your clothes, pick up your clothes. They don't pick up their clothes, pick up your clothes. Bad day at work, fight with wife. You see clothes on the ground. You say, pick up your clothes. How many fucking times do I have to tell you to pick up your clothes? I cannot believe that you haven't picked up your clothes. Are you stupid? The crime was they left their clothes out. Sure, maybe it was the 100th time, but it's not that bad. It's really not that bad, even though it's the 100th time. So to blow up in that way is not matching the discipline to the crime. There are many, many things that fall into this category, and I'm sure you can think of them for yourself. But it's really important that we make sure we as parents are always reevaluating. Was that the right response to this scenario? Was there more involved than what was just happening there? And if we go overboard, which we will, it requires an apology. It's on our shoulders to come over and say, hey, that was more blown up than it should have been. I was mad about something else and I took it out on you. I apologize. It doesn't change the fact that they should pick up their clothes, but we need to make sure that the discipline matches the crime that they've committed. Otherwise, there's a big dissonance. Hey, I do this one thing and all of a sudden I'm being exploded on. We've got a lot of balls up in the air as parents. That's reality. But making sure we're constantly reevaluating and picking the times that we have a bigger or smaller explosion is going to make those explosions that much more effective. A good rubric for figuring out how big of an explosion you need to have is what in terms of values is most important to you. Is it most important to you that your kids don't lie? Is it most important to you that your kids are active? Is it most important to you that kids take responsibility for themselves? If it falls in those three categories, then whatever you're doing can be a more aggressive response because you need them to know that these things are very important. But then you shouldn't have the same response for other more mundane things. You have to go, okay, well, this wasn't one of my big value structure pieces. I need to be softer about this. Or I need to say this in a way that is more appropriate to whatever crime is being committed. Whereas when it's the things that are truly valuable, you go, okay, well, how big of an issue is this in one of these spaces? How much volume do I need in order to fix whatever has happened here? So again, to summarize it all up, make sure that the discipline matches the crime and that you're not bringing in your outside stuff into small crimes. Good luck.